Hi, this is John the Rental Guy. I wanted to make a quick video on one of our standard cold water power washers. This is typically what you're going to get when you rent one. Again, this is a cold water washer. You get the unit itself, which runs on regular gas. You get a 35-foot pressure hose, and then you get a wand, and then a variety of tips. Two most popular tips are either going to be this yellow one that's 15 degrees. The green one is a 25 degree, and then the white one is popular too. The red one is mainly used for cleaning concrete, trying to get some really tough spots off of concrete. What you're going to need is your own garden hose to supply the water. Got a garden hose right here that we use. We actually use this unit a lot around the shop. We happen to have a valve on it to keep the water shut off. So you go down and just screw on where the garden hose goes, and you should get it as snug as you can. Usually hand tight is enough. Depending on the condition of the gasket in there, it may drip a little bit. If you needed to tighten it up with a crescent wrench, you could. And then the next thing you want to hook up is your high pressure hose. The male end goes onto the unit. And when you're putting these together, you got to pull back on this sleeve, and then you put the coupler in and you twist it around, and then sometimes you got to kind of twist them quite a bit to get them to lock in. The wand is the same way. This one has the female coupler on the hose and the male coupler on the wand. And again, when you're putting these together, pull back on the sleeve, work it in good, and slide the collar on, and so it's nice and tight. And then select a tip. I like using the yellow tip. This one gives me a lot of power for cleaning. It's a little bit smaller coupler. Pull back on the sleeve. You want to make sure that that's in all the way nice and tight, and then lock it in. If you don't have the collar locked all the way and it gets stuck part of the way, like sometimes it'll get stuck right here. If you go to start using the wand, if you squeeze the wand, the tip's going to shoot out. And usually when the tip shoots out, the little O-ring inside shoots out as well. So if you do happen to find the tip, you put it back in, the water is going to squirt all over the edges, and it's not going to give you high pressure because you lost the O-ring. So it's very important to make sure that when this tip goes in, push it all the way down in and lock it tight. And then the next thing is we'll get the unit started up. This has got a basic Honda engine on it. On and off switch is a little red switch right over here on this side. We'll just flick that switch on. And then this is the fuel valve down here, this black one. And typically during transport, we like to shut that off. When you get home, push it back on. And then to start it, give it some choke. Keep the water off for the time being. If you turn the water on, when you go to pull it, it's going to build pressure up, and you won't be able to pull the starter cord. So initially leave the water off, and then give it a pull. So that's pretty much how you use it. In a nutshell, that's all there is to it. If you're going to shut it off to take a break, definitely turn the water off. Release the pressure on the wand by squeezing it, and then you can start it back up again. And we use this one around the shop a lot, and the couplers are starting to get a little bit worn, so they're leaking out the couplers a little bit. Typically the normal ones that we rent won't do that, and they'll hold the pressure a lot harder. So you'll definitely want to squeeze the wand, release the pressure, and then start the machine up. In a nutshell, that's basic operation of one of our cold water washers.